everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to do my version of a miso undo soup noodle dish, and I'm going to tell you the ingredients that I'm using. So the first thing I'm going to be using is this Japanese instant tofu miso soup. I couldn't get the miso paste, and the ingredients I needed for the miso paste was way too expensive, so I bought these. You're also going to need some oyster sauce, some mirin, which you can get from Tesco's for just over €2, some bamboo shoots. They're optional, you don't have to use them. I'm going to be also using some MSG. Now I got this from a Japanese, well, Asian shop in Cork. $2.80 something I think it was. But you're only going to need a pinch, so that's going to last a long while. Also going to need ginger puree, garlic puree. Now I normally use the fresh stuff, but for this recipe I'm going to be cheating and using this. You're also going to need 1 egg, some sesame seeds, some seaweed, nori. I got this because it's already cut up into little strips, and this one's roasted and seasoned. Also again from the shop I got the tofu miso soup and the MSG, and that was only like $1.50. I'm using these medium noodles, straight to the wok medium noodles. I got these from my daughter. You'll also need some bok choy, which I've already chopped up. Some spring onion, which I've also chopped up. And then some broccoli or cauliflower. It's up to you what vegetables you're using. I'm kind of using a mixed broccoli with cabbage and carrot. So that's your ingredients. So let's get on with it. So first of all, you can see that I have a pan and it's cold water that I have in there at the moment. So we're going to switch my induction hob on. And we're going to bring that up to a boil, which shouldn't take long. So while I'm doing that, I will get my egg ready, because we're going to do this as an egg drop, not a normal boiled egg. So you can do that ahead of time. And as you can see, I'm just whisking that up. And then we'll set that to one side. While we're waiting. I'm also going to be opening my tin of bamboo shoots. And then I will drain them off, and then they'll be ready also. So that's that ready. Now as you can see, the water's coming up to a boil. So this is where we'll put our seasonings in. So I'm just going to cut open my MSG and I'll put that in a packet after, and we're just going to put in a pinch. You don't need too much. All these bottles are new, so we're then going to put in 2 tablespoons of mirin seasoning. Should I say teaspoons, not tablespoons? The same amount for the oyster sauce. So again, 2 teaspoons. That's 1. And that's 2. Now I'm going to turn down this a little bit because we want this to simmer. So I'm going to turn that down to 800. And this will be pretty easy. So the next thing we want to do is put our miso powder in. Now I'm putting 2 packets in for the instructions to the water. Now I'm going down to 600 on my induction hob. If you're doing this on a normal cooker, you turn it down to a low medium. Now that's all in, we're going to put in our vegetables. Tomorrow I'm going to be attempting to do a char siu. Not the traditional way because I couldn't get pork belly, but I'm going to do it with a pork chop, so hopefully it'll turn out the way I want it to. So make sure you do check that one out. I'm going to put in just a few bamboo shoots. And all we're doing is letting that vegetable cook. Now these were fresh vegetables that I put in the freezer because they were a yellow sticker and I didn't want them going off. So I put them in a container. Just like I'm doing with the rest of my bamboo. That'll go in the fridge. Now I'm going to add about 1 teaspoon of garlic, and the same of the ginger. And we're just going to wait now until the vegetables are cooked through. And we can turn this a little bit more. You just want the vegetables to be soft. Well, with that, we clean around ourselves, which is basically just putting jars and stuff away. There we go. Time to throw any packets or anything else away. So when this is ready for the next stage, I will bring you back. Right, we're now ready to add the next ingredient, which is your bok choy, or bok choy. And that's just roughly cut. Now you're just waiting for that just to wilt. So just a couple of minutes on that. You don't want everything mushy, so you still want a little bite to your vegetables. So the next thing you want to do is your egg. As I said, I've never done this before, so make sure your cooker is on low, and we're just going to drop this in slowly. Now that's added in. The last thing you need to add in now is your noodles. So in this packet you have 2 packets of noodles. I'm only going to be using 1. And we're just going to drop them in there. And these will only take a couple of minutes. So I'm just going to let that cook for a couple of minutes, and then I will bring you back with the finished product and the taste test. So there is your end product. So as you saw, there was the end product, and I'm going to attempt to eat with chopsticks. Which isn't going very well. Wow, I managed to get one noodle. Salty, creamy. That is definitely a lot of umami flavour. We taste some of this broth. Creamy, umami, easy to make, didn't take long as you saw. Now as I said, you can use miso paste, but I did it this way because it's more economical, it's cheaper. And because I just simply couldn't get the miso paste. But I would do this definitely again. All the flavours are nice. Have some cabbage, broccoli. It still has that slight crunch, very flavourful. I would try this if you like Japanese food or if you like noodles. I would definitely give this one a go. I'm not going to rate my own food, but you can rate that yourselves. So as always, if you like the video, give it a like, share, subscribe. I welcome every one of you. I like people that watch, I like people that comment, because I do answer back to your comments. Good, bad, or indifferent. So until tomorrow's video, goodbye.
Me cook, now don't you cry. The food's not yours, but hey, nice try. What places near and lands afar, I burn stuff too, I'm not a star. Hit that like, give it